That movie, fucking perfect. I know I like just got out of the theater and it's like still fresh on my mind and I may just be like super excited, but that movie, Chainsaw Man Reze arc, is perfect. Oh my god. Obviously, I'm going to talk about spoilers, so if you don't want to hear those, click off right now. But my god, such a good movie. The whole Reze arc for the manga's been out for a long time. So I read it like about a year ago, and I really enjoyed it. I thought it was really good. I always was a fan of the following arc, the International Assassin arc, more than the Reze arc. But that wasn't to say the Reze arc was bad. It's just that whenever I think of part one, I always think of International Assassin and not Reze. And plus, a lot of the fight I kind of started to forget about. So it was so cool getting a refresher, like while watching the movie. I don't know what to say. I'm gonna talk about how good of an adaptation it was. So fucking good, a perfect adaptation. I love the art style. I love I love the animation style. I guess the animation quality was so good. The colors looked great. I fucking loved the dream sequence at the beginning of the movie. I thought that was great. I love all the weird one-off moments. Like there's a brief screenshot of Angel's flashback, and I thought that looked fucking great. There was for some reason one like shot during the fight against the Typhoon Devil when they were flying in the building or whatever, and that had like a weird art style. That looked fucking great. Such a good movie. I watched the movie dubbed, and I think the dubbed cast did great. Aki sounded a little different. It's been a while since I've seen the Chainsaw Man dub. I like the Angel. He's voiced by the same guy who voices Shinji in the modern Evangelion, stuff, which is pretty cool. And, for how little screen time Beam and especially the Violence Fiend get, they were great. I was indifferent about Beam up until seeing this movie, but now I think Beam might be like top 5 characters in the series. Top 5 in part 1 at least. I fucking loved Beam. It was hilarious. In a good way though. I loved the music. The score was great. Once again, Iris Out, Jane Doe, the opening and ending. Those were great. I also really liked coming up, like leading into the big fight against Reze. It started to play one of the endings from the anime. I forgot which ending it was, but I recognized the track playing, and it was like getting louder and louder leading up to the fight. I thought that was great. I also like the original tracks. A lot of the music I noticed was during the fight when there was less dialogue, but I thought it was still really, really good. I think it had great pacing. I like how it started there was no introductions. It kind of just put you in the middle of everything. It was Denji's dream, which happens right after the Katana Man fight, and then the movie just fucking starts, and then the movie just ends. It's great. It's like you just kind of the entire series was animated, and you just kind of grabbed the chunk and just made it into a movie. But it's a good thing. Something that sucked was, it came out today. I drove all the way out to a Cinemark, try to get the Pochita tin, the bucket, and they sold out, which pisses me off because when I was walking in, the previous showing was getting out, and there were customers holding the tin, and apparently the staff told them they only got 12, which means if I had gone to an earlier showing, I could have gotten it, except the previous 2 showings today were a subbed one, which I didn't really want to go to a subbed showing, and it was dubbed in 3D, and it's I don't want to watch Chainsaw Man in 3D, but I probably should have, because then I would have gotten the tin, and I think it would have been sick, especially during the Typhoon Devil fight. Oh shit. What the fuck am I doing? I'm 99% confident when I get home, I am going to go on eBay and buy the Japanese Reze arc promotional manga or whatever that they gave out in theaters, because I want something to remember this by. And I did get a printed ticket, so I'm gonna put that with my Chainsaw Man stuff on my bookcase. I liked how a lot of the scenes felt like they were fleshed out, especially the fight, because in manga fights go by pretty fast because you just kind of like flip through the pages. I really liked Reze's death. I loved the visuals and the sound of Angel Devil's like spears. Angel Devil is my favorite character in part 1 overall, aside from like Aki, but he's like a main character. And I like to pick side characters as my favorite because I feel too basic picking a main character. But Angel was great. I don't know. This movie it was perfect. Like I don't want to sound like one of those annoying like snobs or whatever, but when I rate media, I try to have, I believe if you're rating media, like I use like Letterboxd or My Anime List or whatever, or I use Backlog for gaming. When I rank my stuff, it should be like very few 1 stars, most 5 stars, and very few 10 stars or 5 stars or whatever. So it's like a curve, like a bell graph, where most of my reviews or most of my ratings lie between 4, 5, and 6. So I think on My Anime List, my only 5 stars is Chainsaw Man Season 1. Or my only like 10 of 10 is Chainsaw Man Season 1. This could be my second 10 of 10. I think just Chainsaw Man. I think the movie is better than the anime. I think the movie was a lot better than the anime. Still really good, but I fucking love this movie. When they eventually do like a Blu-ray, hopefully they do like a collector's edition, steelbook, whatever, I'm buying that. Frame 1. Oh my god. This was definitely worth the wait. I loved every second of this movie. I feel like I'm Shami writing, but like I don't know what else I can say about something that I believe to be perfect. Now I get what all the hype was about online when people were saying this movie was so good. I particularly really like the school scene a lot. I don't know. I feel like that kind of just like lingered a little longer than like I would have expected in the best way possible. Especially the swimming scene. One part in the story that I completely forgot about was the second division when Aki was training with his buddy. I completely forgot that character even existed and that whole kind of section was mentioned. Like I knew Beam like helped Denji escape and they like met up with Aki and Angel and the whole car scene, but I completely forgot that their rendezvous point was where it was. I don't know what else to talk about right now. I'm gonna stop the recording and focus on the road and put on some music. If I have anything to mention, I'll probably bring it up at the end of the video, like in my bedroom while editing. But I just kind of wanted to get like a instant review, or like I just get out of like movie ended, I posted something on my Snapchat story, which I never do. That's how much I like this movie. I was like, perfect movie. And I let my friends know that it was perfect because some of them are seeing it tomorrow, and I just kind of wanted to go, you're gonna love it. And then I got in the car, turned on my phone, and started driving. But hope you all have a good one. Watch this movie. Watch Chainsaw Man Reze Arc. It is perfect. But you all have a good one. Take care.